Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please rise for the Sheridan processional as it enters Emerson Hall.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sheridan Convocation 2019. Today, we are honoring graduates of both the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences and the Pilon School of Business. My name is Melanie Spence Ariyama, Provost and Vice President Academic, and I have the honor of serving as your Master of Ceremonies. As we gather here in celebration this afternoon, Sheridan would like to acknowledge that all of its campuses reside on land that for thousands of years before us was the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nations, Anishinaabe Nation, Huron-Wendat, and the Haudenosaunee Confederacy. It is our collective responsibility to honor and respect those who have gone before us, those who are here, and those who have yet to come. We are grateful for the opportunity to be working on this land. Miigwech, thank you. To begin our convocation ceremony, please join Honors Bachelor of Music Theatre Performance student Teresa Tucci, accompanied by Michael Marooney, in singing our national anthem. Thank you, Ms. Tucci and Mr. Mulrooney. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Convocation is a time to celebrate dedication, achievement, the culmination of goals, ambitions, and dreams, and a time to look forward to the future. Today, each of you will receive your diploma or certificate, which is the visible symbol of your journey at Sheridan. As a community, we will acknowledge and honor special awards and distinctions that you have earned. For those family and friends who are watching our live stream today, welcome. Could everyone please give a virtual wave to our friends? I would like to take this moment to briefly introduce the platform party for this afternoon's ceremony. Please hold your applause until all members of the platform party have been introduced. Beginning on my left with Dina McQuarrie, Registrar and Beadle. Dr. Janet Morrison, President and Vice Chancellor. Mary Hofstetter, Member, Board of Governors. Jonathan Manillo, valedictorian from the Pilon School of Business. Tima Polachardi, valedictorian from the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. Jessica Marshall, Vice President, Sheridan Student Union, and members of the Sheridan administration. On my right, I would now like to introduce Sandy McKean, Dean, Pilon School of Business. Dr. Yael Katz, Dean, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, and Vice Provost, Academic. Catherine Oliver, Lisa Mendez, and Dr. Maminar Rashid, Associate Deans of the Pilon School of Business. Janet Shu, Stephanie Zambu, and Sean McNabney, Associate Deans of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. Keith Barnwell, Convocation Reader, and Chrysula Bennick, Convocation Reader, and members of the faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, your platform party. It is now my great pleasure to introduce a special video tribute from Sheridan's Chancellor, Hazel McCallion. Hazel McCallion was first elected mayor of Mississauga in November 1978 and was the longest-serving mayor in the city's history with 12 consecutive terms. Over the course of her career, Ms. McCallion has received countless distinctions and honors. She was installed as Sheridan's inaugural chancellor in June 2016. Chancellor McCallion very much regrets that she could not be here with us this evening, but she wanted to share her congratulations with the graduates through a pre-recorded message.
For someone who never had the opportunity to attend college or university, I have a keen appreciation of what this day means to you, the graduates, your families, and friends. I grew up in the Great Depression in the 1930s. Times were tough, but with enthusiasm and determination, we came through it rather successfully. And I was highly motivated to do whatever I did to the very best of my ability. And I learned from others to work as a team, because as a team, you can make a change. Remember, graduates, that you are graduating from the most prestigious post-secondary institution in Canada, well known internationally. And I know from experience that Sheridan has instilled in its students a desire and commitment to make a change in the community when they graduate. So, everything is out there for you. So go for it with enthusiasm and commitment, and you will be a great success. For someone who never had...
It is now my pleasure to introduce Sheridan's President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Janet Morrison.
Thank you, Melanie. Honored guests and the graduating class of 2019, welcome to Sheridan's 53rd convocation. This is my absolute favorite time of the year. This week alone, Sheridan will launch 6,699 highly skilled and knowledgeable graduates into the world, where, galvanized by an unparalleled learning experience, they will thrive in a complex world. We are so proud of you and the 180,000 other alumni of this great institution. On behalf of our entire learning community, thank you for choosing Sheridan to advance your education and your life goals. We know that post-secondary education transforms people, families, and communities. It's not just that graduates enjoy higher rates of employment and greater earning power. It's that an investment in higher education propels people to be healthier, more engaged, conscious citizens in our democracy. Fundamentally, graduating with a diploma or a certificate has a positive impact on values, attitudes, and quality of life. It comes with both privileges and great responsibilities. Graduating drives positive behaviors that make the world better. I have every confidence that you will go forth with the honor and integrity befitting your educational attainment. In closing, I would ask you to please consider those who have fueled, funded, or inspired your learning journey, be they your family, your friends, and/or your professors. They deserve our collective thanks. Please join me and the platform party in a round of applause in their honor. Again, graduates, congratulations on this milestone event in your lives. We're so tremendously proud of you. Good luck. Please stay in touch with us. I'd now like to invite Dean Sandy McKean to introduce your valedictorian from the Pilon School of Business.
Thank you, Janet. It's an academic tradition for a representative of the graduating class to speak on behalf of the graduates, reflecting on their experiences as students and the future journey on which they are about to embark. It is my pleasure to introduce your valedictorian, Jonathan Maninol.
Hello and good afternoon, Chancellor, President, faculty, administration, parents, and fellow Sheridan graduates. Greatness comes in many different ways. However you define it, it is something that we strive for. A goal we aim to achieve, a task we've bestowed upon ourselves to excel in. Regardless of the translations, one thing is certain, greatness is why we are all here today. We come from different strokes of lives. Some of us are here for the first time, while for others, another moment of celebration. And a celebration this will be. We all have our reasons why we are here today, and I think it is because of these reasons that we can show our greatness. It is because we persevered. Through late nights of coming up with clever metaphors for our next campaign assignment, to executing our designs in industry-grade software, all within a strict deadline. We learned not only how to display our creativities, but also the process of getting there. We didn't wait for inspirations to hit us, but we learned about methods and how things will inspire us. It is because we endured budgeting, costings and expenses, gross and net, swap, market and competitive analysis, the list goes on and on. Numbers flying through our heads, decisions and choices that are made with real-life consequences. Because if there's one thing we need to remember, it's that no matter how amazing our designs get, if there's no one to see it, if there's no money to buck it up, then it will just remain an idea. We are here because we focused, filtering through floods of secondary research available to us, making sure that we stay relevant at the topic at hand, finding credible sources and applicable data for our next report to create successful campaigns and pitches. Sometimes it just felt like reading novels. It is because we strived. Through countless amounts of presentations, even though we had mostly the same audience, for most of us, the nerves never seemed to go away. It almost became second nature to stand in front of the class, present an engaging concept, and keep their attention. It was difficult, tricky, and demanding. Afraid of embarrassing ourselves, and yet we came through. But most of all, we are here because we care. We've built trust and relationships through our classmates, and moreover, through our instructors. We've made important connections that will last a lifetime. It's a bittersweet moment to separate ways from the people you have spent a large part of your days with these past few years. But we are not here to contemplate. We are here to celebrate. So let's celebrate our achievements together, graduates of 2019. Of course, there are many things that we have to be thankful for reaching this moment, from our families to our colleagues, who's watched us grow, witnessed our falls, and continuously helped us back up. We are very thankful. For our faith, believing in ourselves that we can do this, to get back up again, to strive for something great, we are very thankful. Thank you for Sheridan College, for providing this opportunity and helping us become better versions of ourselves, teaching us what is important beyond classroom walls, and never shying away from listening to our feedbacks, no matter how critical. And for our classmates, through thick and thin, drama and peace, many highs and lows. Despite many of our differences, we've bravely chosen to solve them and work together cohesively to produce something amazing and beautiful. We are thankful. There's not enough time in the day to show you all our gratitude and appreciation. This achievement isn't only for us, but for all of those who've been involved in this journey. From our friends to our loved ones, those present and those who aren't, this one is for you. We will continue to persevere. We will continue to endure. We will continue to focus. We will continue to strive, and we will continue to care. We will never stop until we become great. From all of us graduates of 2019, teachers, classmates, staff, Sheridan College, Mom and Dad, look at us make it. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts to the highest out-of-home ad you've ever seen. Let's show the world how great we are. Until we all see each other again, I hope you stay well, happy, and healthy. Congratulations, graduates of 2019.
Just a couple of words on Jonathan. He's a graduate of our Advertising and Marketing Communications program. Highly devoted to his studies, Jonathan was nominated by his instructors to be a peer learning leader. Outside of school, his passion is music. Also, working alongside his partner in their own videographic company, Jonathan plans to use his newly acquired education to further their business on the path to success. And based on what we've just heard, you will be very successful. And I'd like to, on behalf of everybody, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan, and thank you, Sandy. I'd now like to invite Dean Yael Katz to introduce your valedictorian from the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences.
Thank you, Melanie. I am delighted to introduce your valedictorian, Tima Polichardi. Tima is a graduate of the General Arts and Science University Profile Diploma Program. She absolutely excelled here at Sheridan. Tima has been an active member of her program, engaging with her learning community while fostering a positive learning environment. With transfer credits from her diploma, Tima plans to attend university in the fall to study psychology. Tima?
Thank you. Good afternoon, esteemed faculty, honored guests, family, friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2019. Let me begin by expressing my gratitude for this honor. If you would have told me 4 years ago that I would be standing here in front of you all today, I would have laughed. 4 years ago, I was a university dropout and I had just become a young single mother. 4 years ago, I thought that my life was falling apart. But little did I know that 4 years ago, my life would be positively changed forever and bring me to this stage with you here today. Becoming a young single mother was frightening at first, but it pushed me to become ambitious and driven, and I became a stronger person for it. Late night study sessions were often interrupted by an awakened and energized toddler, and it was a difficult task to balance. So I'd like to thank Paw Patrol, Dora, and Pokemon for their services and helping me retain my sanity. The guilt I felt for dedicating much of my time to my studies was well worth it in the end. And as we walk across the stage today, we will all realize that the hard work and sacrifices that we have made were indeed worth it. Thank you to our loved ones, to our family, friends, and professors who have constantly reassured and supported us along the way. To my real-life Archangel Gabriel, without you, my son, I would not be the woman that I am today. You are the light of my life, and I am so proud to be your mommy. Most of us have been waiting for this day to come. We've been counting down the years, months, and weeks until graduation. And now that it's finally here, it is undeniably bittersweet. Thanks to caffeine, OSAP, and Google for helping me get to this moment. Moving forward beyond graduation also means leaving behind peers who have inspired us and professors who have challenged and encouraged us. There have been countless individuals here at Sheridan who have left their mark on our lives forever. Our time here at Sheridan has helped us to believe in ourselves and our abilities. I remember the very first test I took here. I had studied so hard. I explicitly remember reciting structures of the brain to my then 3-year-old. After taking the test, I believed that I did horrible on it, and I had my doubts if being back in school was the right decision. I expressed these doubts to my professor, who assured me that the sacrifices I made being a mother and a full-time student was the right thing to do, as it would benefit our future. Afterwards, that same professor had tracked me down on campus and told me that I had received one of the best marks in the class. In that moment, I reaped the rewards of my hard work. I finally began believing in myself, and that if I tried my best and put forth the effort, I could succeed in anything I put my mind to, and maybe even teach my toddler some advanced bio in the process. It is no doubt that it has been a challenging journey for us graduates to finally be here today. The life of a student is not easy, and you should all be incredibly proud of yourselves. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. And for many of us here, this has been a great foundation for our next steps along our journey. There may be more tough times ahead, but we often don't realize how much strength we have until we are challenged to use it. I know that the lessons we've learned here at Sheridan, both inside and outside the classroom, will all serve us well in the future. It was not only about attaining a credential. It was about investing in yourself and education to enrich your lives. It was about forming connections and friendships. And it was about creating experiences and memories that will last a lifetime. Our time at Sheridan may have come to an end. Now is the time to start the new chapter of our journey. There's a book I often read to my son titled, "Oh, the Places You'll Go." I'd like to end my speech with a quote from the revered Dr. Seuss. "Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away." Thank you.
Thank you, Tima, for your most inspiring words. Congratulations and best wishes in your future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tima, and thank you, Yael. It is now time for that special moment, the presentation of diplomas and certificates. But before we begin the ceremony, I would like to tell the audience about the special designations and awards that some of you have received for outstanding academic achievement. Students who achieve a cumulative program grade point average of 3.6 to 3.89 will receive a light blue honor cord in recognition of their honors status. Students who achieve a cumulative program grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0 will receive a double blue honor cord in recognition of their high honors status. The student in each program with the best academic record overall will be awarded the Board of Governors Silver Medal. Any special designations our graduates have received will appear on the screen behind me as they cross the stage. In addition to the diploma or certificate you will be presented with by your program coordinator, you will receive congratulations from President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Janet Morrison and Governor Hofstadter. Diploma and certificate recipients. The stole that you are wearing is a symbol of academic achievement that represents the realization of excellence in your chosen program and symbolizes your membership in the international community of scholars. Members of the audience, as the graduates are crossing the stage, you are most welcome to take photographs from your seats. There will be further photo opportunities after the ceremony. Graduates will also be emailed a video clip of themselves crossing the stage within a few days of their graduation. We will now proceed with the conferring of diplomas and certificates. Graduands and guests, please remain for the entire ceremony to respect and celebrate the achievement of your peers. Ms. Hofstetter, would you please join me at the podium to bestow the diplomas and certificates? Would the graduands please rise? Ms. Hofstetter, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for graduation this afternoon. These graduands have successfully completed the curriculum of their chosen program as required by the Sheridan Board of Governors and have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded their diplomas and certificates in recognition of their academic accomplishment. Therefore, I recommend that you confer their diplomas and certificates on them with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. And on behalf of those graduands not present here this afternoon, I further request that their diplomas and certificates be conferred on them in absentia.
I so do. The Board of Governors would like to congratulate all of the graduates here today. We wish you continued success wherever your pathways may lead you, and we're just tremendously proud of all of you. Well done.
Congratulations. You are now Sheridan's newest graduates. Would the marshals please send the first group of graduates to the stage? Will the platform party please assemble? And others may be seated. Thank you.
Welcome. My name is Chrisula Benak, professor in the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. It is my great honor to present to you the graduates of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. I will be introducing each program and announcing names of the graduates present for today's ceremony. Please hold your applause until after each program is announced. I would like to present the coordinators of the General Arts and Science one-year certificate programs, Marlon Valencia and Sarah Sinclair. Varaki Anapalgan. Mazen Armouche. Fauzi bin Mokashin. Bei Ding. Nadia Ablitip. Salma Mahmoud Al-Salhani. Yu Chen. Mi Young Jung. Jasvinder Kaur. Vi Thai Lee. Yu Lu. Anne Marie Elizabeth McNeil. Lai Hoang Nugent. Nagan T. Kim Nugent. Sevik Osman. Delanthe Hermina Rodrigo. Khalid Zakaria. Firas Sabah. Jeanette Kuso Sombo. Elise Nedero. Shenyangzi Su. Anna Justina Zvozda. Sofia Velgosh. Fan Tui Dong Vu. Hinrui Zhang. Please join me in congratulating the graduates present today from the General Arts and Science one-year certificate programs. Please welcome the graduates of the Pre-Health Sciences Pathways to Advanced Diplomas and Degrees. Sylvia Burns. Benito Franco Castillo III. Antonique Ozani Clark. Kiranjit Kaur Dhaliwal. Sierra Faith Fortier. Sabina Gautam. Pega Hushmand. Arshpreet Preet Singh. Gursimar Singh. Vanessa Joan Tower. Please join me in congratulating the graduates present from the Pre-Health Sciences Pathways to Advanced Diplomas and Degrees. Please welcome the graduates of the General Arts and Science two-year program. Anas Abdel Hadi. Esther Joy Fernandez. Salmed Ahmed Jamshed. Ishpreet Kaur. Rhiannon Samantha Parmasar. Richard Alexander Heranda Ribeiro. Tima Policiardi, silver medalist. Alexander George Robertson. Brandon William Roy Spriggs. Please join me in congratulating the graduates present from the General Arts and Science two-year program. Please welcome the graduates of the Teaching English to Speakers of Other Language, TESOL Plus. Stephanie Zambu will be offering the certificates today. Note Akpotive. Nicole Elizabeth Maria Busick, silver medalist. Paula Elizabeth Carvello. Sharina Susanna Graham. Mira Kisoon. Megan Allison Michaud. Shanda D. Miller. Hanan Nu. Arthi Savasubramaniam. Linda Anna Zosinski. Please join me in congratulating the graduates present from the Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages program. Please join me in congratulating the graduates present from the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences.
Good afternoon. My name is Keith Barnwell. I'm a professor and the coordinator of the business program in the Pilon School of Business. I'll be introducing the graduates present today in the Pilon School of Business. Please welcome the coordinator for the Advertising and Marketing Communications program, Annie Tarzi. Margarita Maria Aragon. Jerome Archangel. Warren Daniel Javat Asianas. Ade Olu Alandre Jandu. Houston Christiana Brown. Melanie Ann Kashi. Maz Ahmad Chaudhry. Let's go Raptors! Ruby Chopra. Madison Medora Kobe. Shannon Elizabeth Cull. Manpreet Singh Dari. Raquel Ferreira Mazegrio. Sandia Gunastian. Hamza Hassan. Hassan Imran. Alex Rudy Jardine. Alicia Marie Jones Porter. Gagandeep Kaur. Harmeet Kaur. Chanel Lasala. Deanna Christine Roberta Lipton. Jonathan Manilow. Manvi Nana. Pyong Nguyen Hoyai. Isadodamen Seodehei. Tyreek Palmer. Dhruv Kumar Rakshobai Patel. Nadia Alexandra Piera. Igor Igorovich Petrov. Lata Pokaz. Matthew Michael Probosh. Sitaria Pubabla Ramesh Babu. Ana Paula Romas Gonzalez. Harshdeep Singh Randhawa. Sebastian Jorge Luis Robalas. Alexandra Roca Zunina. Sofia Gabriel Romundas. Harpreet Singh Sandhu. Danielle Marie Schneider. Laura Ann Schneider. Varun Sharma. Amanpreet Singh. Gurmaharpal Singh. Ranbir Singh. Yash Sinhasan. Jamal Amar Spencer. Kenneth Stevens. Roli Janin Tabadabu Said. Daniela Akimi Ormuro Storati, the silver medalist winner. Ains Unlu. Mario Alejandro Valdez. Zilun Wang. William James Charles Wells. Noah Nicholas Vita. Erina Yokota. Javier Belto Zambrano Perez. Junhai Zhang. Please join me in congratulating all the graduates from the Advertising and Marketing Communications program. I'd like to introduce the coordinator of the Business Marketing program, Greg Ball. And I'd like to introduce all those graduates present for the Business Marketing program. Nida Adam. Maria Josie Alaguero. Aisha Ahmad. Akash Deep. Jide Enema Sashan. Simranjot Kaur Bedwan. Francis Besena. Gurjot Kaur Bangu. Sanjeev Bhargav. Michael Nugera Kuto. Mariana Delmeda Halanda. Aditya Rajest Diostale. Angelo Andre Gallegos. Camila Galvios Hamos. Jordan Mark Grant. Patrick Hanna. Amrita Kaur. Gurkarat Kaur. Inderjit Kaur. Loveleen Kaur. Parmeet Kaur. Rajvinder Kaur. Sumandeep Kaur. Shireen Kaur. Pardon me, Shireen Khan. Jacinth Lawrence. Rita Maheen. Japneet Singh Matharu. Isabella Mendez de Morez Rego, silver medalist winner. Nguyen Tai Thang Nhi. Mauricio Andres Pachevo Ervia. Ottavio Pacherco Figueredo. Cassandra Anusha Palino. Essence Penalosa St. Hill. Ketchery Basilata Peridondan. Dominique Casita Peters. Nguyen Athu Pham. Marcelina Pottinger. Kashmuwaran Rachandran. Tasha Ramdahal. Samdish Sandana. Prabhjot Singh Sangha. Shruti Sayal. Ritu Saini. Alexandra Johanna Schmidt. Paloma Scanzerla Rocha. Bharat Pushan Sharma. Rohit Sharma. Shivani Sharma. Gagandeep Singh. Amandeep Singh. Jatanpreet Singh. Ujaldadar Singh. Chirag Srikanth. Rini Stalin. Loveling Tiwana. Jaden Torti. Rohin Upal. Salome Valderrama. Peter Cletus Vaz. Carlton Alexander Watson. Please congratulate the graduates present from the Business and Marketing program. Please welcome back to the stage Coordinator Annie Tarzi from the Advertising and Marketing Communications Management program. Taylor Amede Machado. Ivana Anderson. Chloe Conover. Larissa DeFranco. Nenzia Di Taranto. Laura Alexandra Dragokovic. Kadilowachukwu George Eshozio. Victoria Ann Gallagher. Roberto Adrian Giuliani. Matthew Good. And Slim Nadir Hamid. Alexander Blake Heap. Rachel Lynn Hilario. Soraya Erdera Hussein. Mary Jennifer Januszewski. Amy Jefferson. Jared Leal. Julian Francesco Lacoche. Karina Ariana Mayeska. Ahmad Marza. Elaine Alexandra Mayer. Madison Moore. William Riley Murphy. Ilaria Puletano. Navneet Rai Dhaliwal, silver medalist winner. John Ray. Mohammed Tayeb Sabir. Rashid Sheikh. Bilal Heder Sheikh. Laura Staglajar. Janae Faith Stump. Marco Stenta. Christopher Martin Schultz. Alexander Theodoro. Denzel Marty Ray Levy. Justin Aaron Young. Elizabeth Letterina Maria Safino. Please congratulate the graduates present from the Advertising and Marketing Communications Management Program. Please welcome back to the stage Coordinator Greg Ball for the Business Administration and Marketing Program. Alexis Thora Badior, silver medalist winner. Ryan Berry. Alexander Cochran. Brenda Jeanette Coroy. Ryan Dunkel. Akbar Syed Hassan. Christopher Hernandez. Nicholas Alexander Hessas. Muhammad Atif Irshad. Gianluca Roberto Lamachia. Laura Lee. Keith Vimach. Monica Kate Malana. Cindy Navaz. Kaylee Marie Nieto. Mohammed Guillem. Hassan Raza. Jeremy Ray. Muhammad Rizwan. Daniel Isek Sigurdsson. Please congratulate the graduates present from the Business Administration and Marketing program. Please welcome to the stage Coordinator Peggy Barnwell for the Advertising and Account Management program. Jagnur Bhatia. Tianjia Liu. Divyam Vashit. Yilin Zhu. Please congratulate the graduates present from the Advertising and Account Management program. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Carol Tuck-Riggs, Coordinator for the Business Analyst and Process Management Program. The graduates today will also be receiving their IIBA Diploma, International Institute of Business Analysts. Orhian Wodero Elgal Ekara. Harjaz Singh Aurora. Laura Brown Crowell. Elizabeth Dolore Colahose. Helio de Macedo Neto. Egrim Goal. Olenka Hurmolkied. Vikram Jain. Vendat Snyanhal Joshi. Simran Kaur. Akshaya Narayan Sami. Vidhi Trushar Patel. Sri Danya Prabhakaran. Devon Scott. Kos Sethi. Gaurav Sharma. Monica Srivastava. Please congratulate the graduates present for the Business Analyst and Process Management program. Please welcome to the stage Coordinator Brian Chama, International Business and Management Program. Hardeep Kaur Rajinder Singh Bella. Diksha Dharmani. Samandeep Singh Gill. Jashandeep Kaur. Jitesh Kumar. Simarjeet Singh Matharu. Nigruka Chileno Asture Shalji. Ratin Sharma. Navneet Singh. Ekate Diane Ursoro. Nishtha Widhani. Please congratulate the graduates present from the International Business Management Program. Please welcome to the stage Coordinator Doug Greenwood from the Marketing Management Program. Assem Abo El Naga. Kyle Barron. Julia Coley. Danica Down. Zizi Franaz. Deanna Courtney Jansen. Vishwajit Santalji Jede. Dilpreet Kaur. Ranjit Kaur. Bianca Karina Porto Colo. Michelle Sama Fernandez. Ranjit Karlelia. Dan Kianlin Nguyen. Ame Anil Ray. Maria Saavedra. Akash Sable. Marita Rosalind Schmidt. Shady Salim. Karan Sunaja. Rohit Vyar. Joshua Xavier Williams. Dinesh Yuvaraj. Please congratulate all the graduates present for the Marketing Management Program. And now please join me in congratulating all the graduates from the Pilon School of Business.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Sheridan's Board of Governors, faculty, and staff, congratulations and best wishes to the graduating class of 2019. Convocations are about recognizing and honoring achievement. Some of you have been awarded a Sheridan Silver Medal. There is a further institutional honor that we recognize at convocation each year. The highest academic honor awarded by post-secondary institutions in Canada is the Governor-General's Medal. This medal recognizes the graduate who has achieved the highest academic record from among the members of the graduating class. This year's recipient is Shannon Puma of the Early Childhood Education Program. Ms. Puma will be presented with the award at her convocation ceremony on Wednesday evening. And now, please join me in welcoming Honors Bachelor of Music Theatre Performance student Teresa Tucci, accompanied by Michael Mulrooney, for a special musical salute to our graduates.
He's on his way. You're good. Each day I live, I long to be a day to give the best of me. I'm only one, but not alone. My finest day is yet unknown. I broke my heart for every gain, to taste the sweet. I face the pain. I rise and fall, yet through it all, this much remains. I want one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be, when all of my dreams are a heartbeat away and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time, I will feel eternity. I've lived to be the very best. I want it all, no time for less. I've laid the plans Now lay the chance here in my hands. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be, when all of my dreams are a heartbeat away and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time, I will feel eternity. Oh, you're a winner for a lifetime if you seize that one moment in time. Make it shine. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be, when all of my dreams are a heartbeat away and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time, I will be
Thank you, Ms. Tucci and Mr. Mulrooney. Throughout the ceremony, we have had the pleasure of hearing the music provided by the Sheridan Ensemble under the direction of Greg Andrews. Could you please join me in a round of applause for these outstanding musicians? Graduates, we have said before that none of you has reached this destination alone. Would you please join me in recognizing the very significant contribution that your faculty have made to your success and thank them for their efforts on your behalf. This concludes our convocation ceremony for this afternoon. I hope you'll join us for a reception in the atrium to celebrate. At the reception, you'll find signage designating the various program areas where you can connect with your faculty and classmates. Don't forget to pick up your alumni pin from the alumni booth and wear it with pride. After all, you are now Sheridan's newest alumni. Congratulations, graduates of 2019. And now, would all members of the audience please rise? Graduates, as you exit Hammerson Hall, you will hear the song High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. This song was chosen by you through our social media poll last week. Audience members, please remain standing while the platform party and the graduates leave the hall. I now declare this convocation closed.
Mama said, don't give up. It's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Mama said, something for oddities, stranger success. Ain't ever wannabes, winning the novelties. Don't ever change, we wanted everything, wanted everything. Stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Oh, stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Mama said, don't give up. It's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. They say it's all been done, but they haven't seen the best of me. So I got one more ride.